Bill Henshaw here again, your friendly local constitutional coop in California. And at the end of a sequence of videos that I've done today, June 30th, this is a biggie because when you study all the videos I've just done, and they're mostly short and sweet, so you can go through them fairly quickly. And the bottom line here is that by doing everything that I teach and going into their courts, most particularly their corrupt courts, aka administrative tribunals, and setting the record by challenging jurisdiction, which I do, and I do it maybe the best of anyone ever. Learn more about that. Send me an email, unincourt@gmail.com. We have an unopposed record, but the perps on the other side, whether it's a local dumbass, a corporate landlord, a mortgage bankster, and their friend sitting up on the bench, a black robed bastard, and they're all state bar association attorneys, aka unregistered foreign agents of the City of London. And now what's going to happen is, if we get the case dismissed, and we should, and in an earlier era when I started out, a lot of this happened, especially with traffic court, because they just didn't know what to do when people file documents. It so rarely happened, but when you do it, and when they're serious, and mine are very serious, send me an email, unincourt@gmail.com, and you do that, and the Supreme Court has ruled, and the Constitution mandates jurisdiction can be challenged at any time. And that means for people out there that have had events that go back 10 or 15 or 20 years, doesn't matter. No statute of limitations on the deceit, fraud, and treason we can prove. So we now go in there with what I do, and what you'll learn listening to my other videos, is I go in there occupying the vacant office of the California District Court. Not federal district court, California District Court, a constitutional common law court set up by the Constitution of 1849, which has not been repealed. And we get into that court. And now not only that, but at one and the same time, I take over the vacant office of the circuit court, federal circuit court. That's vacant also. You'll learn why by studying my videos and listening to what I'm saying and doing. Send me an email, unincourt@gmail.com. And the other side is going to get effective service of process, a hell of a lot more than what you got from them. And that beats them right there without more service process. Check my earlier videos about that. They can't even serve you because they think you're all in Washington, D.C., and yet you're domiciled in a state judicial district. Without more, that wins. So we go in there, and exactly what they're doing to us, we act as our own judge and jury. But as principals in a principal and agent relationship, and we can prove not only that there are no judicial courts anywhere in sight, but there are no sovereign independent states anywhere in sight. We just make up the default judgment and put in there whatever it is we want to do because we can do it. It's our government, and we created it to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, not the New York banksters. So they'll get served, but we're going to serve them with the motion to strike every pleading they had, because they have no standing in our judicial court in any event, and they had a full and fair opportunity in the trial court, aka administrative tribunal, to discharge the duties that they were sworn to do, but they didn't do it. So we get the default judgment, and it will, alas, be at this moment in time for money only, and we can live with that. What we'd like to do is be able to charge them with acts of treason, which is exactly what they've done. And that's the U.S. Supreme Court again saying it. Collins v. Virginia, 6 Wheaton 264. And what do they say there? The court must exercise jurisdiction if it hasn't, but it can't exercise it if it doesn't have it. So one or the other is treason to the Constitution. And I think we are real close to being able to file our affidavits of treason, with the Office of the Attorney General. I've got their one right now in front of me. are we? And I said in my letter, Merrick, I don't know at this point whether the court's going to order you to order the clerk in Iowa and Sioux City be arrested for treason, but we're rolling the loaded dice now. And if things go well and Trump gets in and Thomas and Alito can retire and they get two more younger votes on the court, the game is over. Because now they'll be there the next 12 to 15 years, and that's what we're going to be doing. And this with the group of justices that will understand and know exactly what we're doing and why. First time in 90 years. That's how exciting this is and how good the difference can be for you, your family, and your posterity. And yes, a pretty good chunk of change is going to help that. But more importantly, to make changes in the way that they do business so that your family doesn't have to grow up with this crap like what we went through. That's the really important part. And you can do it, especially with my help. So that said, send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com for information about my materials and more about what I do. And remember to subscribe, like the video, get the word out. The quicker we invoke our natural rights, the quicker we get these bastards off our backs. Thank you.